Kevin Hart's comedy action series Die Hart, which debuted last year on short-lived streaming service Quibi before being resurrected this year as a Roku original, has been renewed for a second season. The show is the first Roku original to get a renewal. The streaming purveyor used the dozens of Quibi shows it acquired in January to launch its original programming banner, with shows all streaming on the free, ad-supported Roku channel. The first 30 Quibi alumni debuted May 20th. The second outing of the show will be titled Die Harder. Hart will return as star and exec producer, but the rest of the cast will be announced down the line. John Travolta, Natalie Emanuel, Josh Hartnett and Jean Reno appeared alongside Hart in the first season. Hart's Laugh Out Loud returns as the show's producer in partnership with Roku. In the show, Hart plays a version of himself, a comic actor who yearns to play the action star instead of the comedic sidekick. In order to make the leap, he is given training in the fine points of being an action hero. The streaming provider credited a spectacular weekend debut in its announcement of the second season, citing a record number of households streaming the series. It didn't offer any numbers in connection with the superlatives. The Roku channel reaches 70 million US households per Roku via its connected TV platforms as well as other major venues like Amazon Fire TV. Colin Davis, as Deadline reported exclusively in March, joined Roku as head of original scripted programming after a run at Quibi as head of comedy. Fronted by Jeffrey Katzenberg and Meg Whitman and financed with $1.75 billion in startup capital, Quibi launched in April 2020 but went dark a few months later after failing to gain traction. Addressing the surge in popularity once the show hit Roku in an interview with Deadline, Davis said, "Personally, being involved in that first season of Die Hard, we couldn't have dreamed of an audience this big. To be able to marry this content with this engaged audience is what resulted in a record-breaking weekend." Given the scale and scope of Roku's well-established audience, he added, "When you bring them something of quality, they devour it." Laugh Out Loud CEO and Hart's longtime business partner, Jeff Flanagan, will be a producer on the project. Tripper Clancy, Candace Wilson, Brian Smiley, and Ty Randolph are exec producers. Derek Kolstad is co-creator and executive producer. Eric Apple will return to direct the second season. The return of Die Hard marks a pivotal moment in the continued growth and expansion of LOL Studios, Flanagan said. "We're excited for the opportunity to team up with Roku and be the first Roku original to get a second season. We can't wait for fans to dive into what is sure to be an even bigger, more action-packed season 2. Launched in 2017, the Roku channel now has 40,000 free movies and programs as well as nearly 200 free live, linear channels.